I just need one person to just shout out to say, yeah, I can see the screen.
Well, yes, I can see your screen.
All right.
Although I've seen the PowerPoint, yes, so it's okay.
All right, great. Thank you. Thank you very much. And yeah, so this is me. This is my fine picture, the best picture I can ever find of myself anywhere. So I usually use it to, that's my, well, I don't know how I got this picture up, but anyways, thank you. So I'm a 90 set 1178, actually the second or third set number. So I used to claim to be a senior to almost the whole 90 sets. I'm a cybersecurity consultant. I've worked, well, I've had about, let's say, to be more specific, in cybersecurity about 8 years. And this is working with the types of NHS, HSBC, Lloyds Bank. I've worked within the telecommunication sector as well. And I've just worked within the realm of software and system security, cloud security. I've done in my former life, I actually did a lot of database administration. I think for those people that knew me when I was in Nigeria before I jackpot about 15, 16 years ago. Well, let's just, yeah. So they knew I was a DBA and an IT system administrator. So I've worked around deploying cloud security controls. I've done a lot of identity and access management projects, which actually revolves around trying to understand who logs into what system, what access they have to specific assets within an organization. So that's just what all this talking is all about here, right? So this usually is my icebreaker whenever I join or whenever I want to present to any group of people. And I was lucky to catch Nigeria on this cyber threat map. And this cyber threat map, what actually it just shows you what is happening around the world live at the moment, how many threats, attacks we have going on from which country to another country. So I usually use this, and I think probably some of us have seen this. If you've seen this before, sorry, I might just have to bore you a bit with it. It's just going to help build up. I'm just going to do that. Let me see if this works now. So can you see a live cyber threat map?
Yes, sir, we can.
Okay, yeah. So this just helps to build up what I'll be talking about today. And I think I did visited the NICDA office in Abuja, and I was taking round to see what their SOC looks like, and this was one of the threat map I saw, you know, and this is part of what we monitor as well. It just helps you, it gives you figures, tells you what is going on, and it shows different threats, right? And going round, so you can see some moving from France to India, from US to, from Russia to everywhere. So this just shows you there are a couple of threat maps that you can actually dig out and use. So if you can look at it now, the top targeted countries right now is Mongolia, Nepal, Macau, and Vietnam. Not sure why they are the top targeted countries as at the moment. There could be something. And the top targeted industries we can look at is education, government, communications. And third is top malware types, mobile door phishing. So we're going to be talking about this phishing a lot today. In fact, that will be one of the main things we'll be talking about. As you can see, it's one of the top malware type that it's been shared. All right, so coming back here. Sharing my screen again. So I just want to be sure you're seeing my presentation. I'm going to share my screen if that helps. Yep. Are we back on the, where we were before? I just need,
yes, this is fine.
Good. Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay. This is going to be a very interactive session whereby I would like you guys to just tell me. Don't worry. Just shout out what you can, or just type out what you think you can see. So. Not sure what's happening here. Okay. So can you just tell me what the mistake is on this picture? Can you find the mistake for me? I just need someone to just shout out, tell me what's the mistake?
The Instagram is in smaller.
Okay. Anyone else?
Actually, your next slide is showing it. You've got two PHEs, they're both on the line.
Oh no, so you can see my whole screen. No way. Okay. Okay, I think that was a spoiler. You could see my screen, the other screen on that. Okay, that was a spoiler for us. Normally what happens is people get distracted with, they're looking at this instead of looking at the question itself. So in the question, we have, can you find the mistake? I did this for a set of students, and or I did it in a session, and I had so many. In fact, no one got it right. I had people looking at this all as 0, or people like looking at this in small letters, or something of that nature. But just to let you know, social engineering, which is going to be the topic of today, is all about distraction and misdirection. So your threat actor is there to distract you from the real purpose. And first, who is a threat actor? Threat actor is just someone that's trying to steal from you or trying to get some information from you, right? So they try to distract you from the main goal. And the previous slide tells us all about it. So what you're looking at what is in red. However, the main threat is actually in the question, right? I would like to, let me try and see if I can, instead of sharing my whole screen, I could just close this. Okay, that's, yes, I think. Please, one more time. Can you just tell me, can you just see this social engineering screen, or can you see my other screen as well?
Just your screen this time.
Yes, sir, just your
screen.
Good. Thank you very much for that. So, like I said, it's all about distraction and misdirection, right? So one of the things we look at is phishing. So that's one of the type of social engineering techniques. A scammer just wants to fool you, to either think there's someone else or to either be nice to you to get information from you, you know, and all that. But all they're just trying to do is to steal personal information, your data, which we call data is the assets, right? Data is the new money. Now, if you have data, you're a rich man, because data is what everyone is looking for all around the world, right? When you get data, you process it to become information, and it becomes very useful, and you know, you get a lot of insights from that, which you can either sell or use to generate some leads or anything like that. So data is the new money. Everybody wants to steal, either to use it directly or indirectly. Directly means either to use it to steal your money directly from your bank account, or indirectly to generate some sort of leads and advertise some sort of information to you, which is what our cookies do. And I believe a lot of us do allow cookies. When you open the website, you see cookies, oh, allow, don't allow. I always reject it, because I know that if I allow it, they get some information. Someone is getting some information from my computer, and that information is used to sell things to me later, or either sold to someone else that will sell something to me, right? So we have 7 types of phishing scams you should know about. And one of them is the email phish scam. And I think everyone, unless anyone is telling me they've not received an email that has tried to push them to click on a link, or they've actually clicked on a link where they've been taken to a suspicious website, or probably a malware has been installed on your computer. So what these people, what a threat actor does is he sends you an email pretending to be, in this case, Google. They could be pretend to be GTB, right? In fact, I still receive a lot of GTB scam mails, right? So they pretend to be GTB and they say, oh, your account, maybe your token is expired or your password. Can you click on this to renew it? And once you click on that, they could tell you to input some information. It might be your account number and maybe a sort of PIN or whatever it is. And once you input that information, what happens is they are able to hack your information. Now, that is if you're lucky, if that's all they're looking for. Now, another thing that could happen behind that link is when you click on that link, in the background, a malware will be installed on your computer. Now, what that malware could do is harvest all the information. It will scan through your computer, harvest all the information, whereby any 16-digit number, any email, any password type. In fact, it will search your browser for histories. It could turn on your webcam, whereby you don't even know your webcam is on. They can watch you, they can listen to everything you're saying, all your keystrokes with just one click. It is that bad, right? So another one is spear phishing. So spear phishing is just saying the attacker knows who they want to attack. In the case of normal phishing, they just send random emails, right? The normal phishing, random email comes, you're one of the, maybe among 1 million people, they send it to 1 million people, and maybe they just expect about 10 people to click on it. Most people would know that it's a phishing email, you delete it. But in 1 million people, or even 100,000 people, if they get 5 or 10 people to click on it, it's a win for them, right? So like my mom, if she opens that email and someone tells her that, oh, you've won 1,000 naira or 10,000 or 50,000 naira, click on this, she most likely will click on it. And you know, those are the kind of people they're looking for, right? But in spear phishing scam is now someone, an attacker that also already knows who they want to attack. Most times they have your information, right? They have your boss's information, and you know, they send you a phishing link as well or something like that. So it's not a random email. It's more of a direct attack, right? So smishing, as you can see, smishing is more of an SMS. And I think this is what happened. This normally happens around the WhatsApp. I believe our WhatsApp group was was hacked recently, and not the WhatsApp group hacked, sorry, but at least someone had some insight and was able to gather information about the group members. And so he harvested all that information and was able to now contact people directly. Now, this is even, there's a possibility, one of the possibility of that happening is we have an insider threat. So an insider threat is someone within the group. I'm not saying that's the case. It happens within organizations as well. It could be someone within the group that has passed that information to someone. That's one. It could be someone within the group that has left their phone carelessly and someone else has just picked it up and, you know, scanned, do the WhatsApp web. So I don't know if some of us use WhatsApp web. They could just scan and then be able to access your WhatsApp outside your phone. So which means they can see everything. Someone could have made that mistake. And it could actually be someone that has access maybe via another way. Maybe they've sent a text message to one of our members, and that member clicked on that text message, and they take over the person's phone, or the person is able to give us some certain type of information, and their WhatsApp is hijacked. So there are different ways this could happen. And but smishing is just SMS. People send SMS links. So you click on it from your phone. And once you click on that link, bang, you're gone. Your phone is taken over, or the certain type of information that is being transferred. Another one is here, the Google search scam. For Google search scam, so you'll be surprised that there are some companies that spend so much money on Google to advertise malicious applications or softwares or websites, right? So they spend so much money to advertise. And when you do a search to say, for example, payments, maybe you're trying to find a payment gateway or a payment application or whatever it is, they come up at the top, right? Like in this case now, we have a link that is number 2, right? And it's called Venmo. And if you notice, there is an application called Vemo. That's VWEMO, right? So it's kind of similar, but Venmo, and it has the same logo. So you could just do Venmo, make a mistake, and you install that, and imagine you did search that, and it takes you to a fake site. Now, from another perspective is, you might actually search the right site, and that site has got what we call the cross-site scripting. So, which means when you land on the site, it actually, when you click on the website link, it takes you to a fake version of that website, and everything you do from that place on, it's just, you're losing data, you're losing money. So social media scam, which is a lot of people having fake accounts and having fake accounts and advertising things, and you click on it and you're gone. I've been scammed, right? And I do a bit of crypto. When I say crypto, it's not, I don't buy and sell crypto, right? I invest in the crypto tech. So, and most of the IoT, Web3, I do a lot of Web3, and just I do a bit of NFTs as well. So just on the side, because I find those technologies very interesting. And on Twitter, someone actually tagged me and said, oh, one of the IoT initiatives you've invested in has actually paid out some airdrops, and just go ahead and click and connect your wallet. Because I was deeply into that project, I clicked on it and connected my wallet, and straight up, my wallet went from probably about £2,000 to zero. So that was just for that. Luckily, I didn't sign my other accounts. So that was the first account. So it went to zero, and that was it. So anyone could fall for this, especially if they identify what your interest is. If someone tells you, if you love dogs, right? You're someone that loves dogs so much, and someone tells you, oh, there's a new place in Abuja and they sell lovely dogs. Can you click on this link to register for an open day to come and see dogs? The first thing you're going to do is, probably without asking anyone, you probably click on that link because they've identified that interest. So social media, you have a lot of people that pose to be who they are not on social media, and you click on those links. So another bit is QR code. You have to be very careful when you go out. When you go, a lot of people use QR codes now, and they use it to take you, they use it to convert physical advert into digital advert. So which means you see it and you click on it, you're able to now interact with that poster or wherever advert it is. Now, what people do is they cut out this bit of the code, they cut it out and paste it on the original QR code, which means when you scan it, if you're in Pizza Express, for example, or you are in, there was a joint I went to in Abuja recently. It's called either Iya or something like that, or I think Iya. So imagine iyayo.com, and I'm just there on the table, and I click on it and just scan this. It will just take me to the fake Iayo or the fake Pizza Express or the fake Nando's, right? It will take you there, and you will actually go in and make a proper order. And once you finish your order, you put your card payment details, everything. You make the payment, they take the payment, they take the card details. In fact, they might not even take the payment from you because the payment might be trackable. So they will fail the payment, so you won't be able to make that order. However, the card details you've put in and everything you've put in has been captured. And before you know it, before you even realize that somebody is using your card, is where you start receiving alerts, right? And these guys don't mind. They do it to a lot of people. They don't mind stealing 10,000 naira from you, 20,000 before you find out, 50,000. They do it to a lot of people, right? So phishing scam is more of voice scam. So someone calls and pretends to be someone else. And phishing scam happens a lot within organizations, or even, I think it happens a lot in Nigeria as well, because someone calls and says from GTV, and can you give me your card number? Can you do this? Can you do that? And they kind of threaten you to say, if you don't, right, we're going to close your account, or we're going to do something like that. So that is phishing scam. So all these things happen around you. So now, going to how would you protect, right? So all this phishing attack, how do you protect yourself? One of them, right? Most of these attackers, they either use fear, they use urgency, or they tend to make you like them. They try to, make you feel, oh, you can trust me, right? Or they try to rush you, right? Whenever you have that feeling, right, then in most cases you are right. If you have that feeling that is happening, if it's too good to be true, right? Someone is offering you money that you didn't work for, please, take 10 steps backward, not one step. Take 10 steps backward and then think. I'm not saying, yeah, you can still engage, but think before, you actually claim. Before you engage. Within the within the financial sector, we see this a lot. We see this emails coming in, right? You could get an email from your boss who is probably on holiday, and the person knows he's on holiday, and the boss is telling you that, okay, yeah, can you approve, this certain invoice for that person? That you know that there's a problem somewhere. What you need to do, you need to call and verify, right? Don't call the number that was provided to you by the same person. Call the verified number. Either go to their original website. Don't use any of the URL that was sent by that person. So call the verified number and, check the address. Just check the URL address for spelling mistakes. And I'm sure that was when I put on that screen from the beginning, I think that was the first thing someone was trying to say. I was looking at spelling mistake and trying to ensure that, maybe they spelled Instagram the wrong way. Yeah, check that. And apart from that, not just what you see as the web link might not actually be the web link from your email. Without clicking on it, just put your mouse over, right? And I think I'm going to show you in about two slides from here. Just put your mouse over, and that will actually show you the original link where to be taking you to. Another bit is enable multi-factor authentication. I don't know if I think a lot of us, when we say multi-factor authentication is using not just authenticating via one means. You're authenticating via you're using a second method of authenticating. So if you're authenticating based on what you know, which is your username and password, then the multi-factor authentication will say you either use what you have or what you are. So there are three ways: what you know, what you have, or what you are, or who you are. Sorry, not what you are. Right. What you know is your username and password. You type it in there. What you have is a token. I think some of us have these bank tokens that help us to generate certain codes, right? Or you might, if you go to the office, you have this RFID cards that has been given, NFC cards that you use to authenticate. Apart from, so that's what you have. That's in addition to what you know, or who you are. Who you are is using either your Face ID, your fingerprint, and all that to back up that. So multi-factor authentication goes a long way. So even if someone hacks your account, they probably just have a limit. They can't do anything else. And even that's one good thing you need to ensure you have for your WhatsApp. So each person should have that multi-factor authentication whereby if someone hacks your account, right, and they get your username, they get your password, and then they try to transfer it, a text message should be sent to your phone. And make sure you don't tell anyone that text message in case they call you. I invite you for your school alumni gathering, right? And say, they've sent one text message to your phone, and that text message is because of is the code you use for the alumni gathering. Can you just share that code? Please don't share that code with anyone. So look at the style of the message. Most of these guys that do all this phishing and all that, they're usually in a rush. You always see one mistake, right? And just ask questions. Why are you calling? Why is it me? Just probe. And once you probe, you get to find out that, they're pushing back. Now, password. This is an idea of what a good password should be like, right? And a 7-character password, it takes 1 minute. No matter what language you use to write it, no matter what character you put in it, it takes a minute to crack it, right? 8-character takes an hour. 9-character password takes 3 to 4 days. 10-character takes 7 months. 11-character takes 40 years. 12-character takes 2,000 years. Now, I think I'll push a question out, and the question is, what is the best way, right? I know that there's a hint there, lowercase, uppercase numbers. A lot of us make mistakes, and what we do is, I try to be lazy. I can tell you, even me, I'm still guilty of some of these passwords, because I tend to forget the complex passwords. But in order for you to avoid complex passwords and generate good passwords, can someone just give me a hint, right, of the best way to do that? Please unmute your mic and let's have this conversation quickly. Or you can put your hands up, or I don't think I can see the participants in any way, but
1 hour, sir.
Sorry?
I said 1 hour. Mine should be 1 hour.
I like that. Yes. Okay.
Hello?
Yep.
So a good password should not contain any personal information.
You're actually breaking. I don't know if it's just me. I don't know if it's me, but you are breaking up.
Yeah, things like that.
Yeah. You're actually
Yes,
breaking up. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, great. Yes, so I said a good password should not contain any personal information like your date of birth, your name, or anything personal, because it's the first thing that would be guessed when trying to crack your password.
Yep, perfect. Or your pet's name. Yep, your pet's name, your firstborn's name.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hello.
Okay, I think you can get a context phrase.
Oh, it's breaking up.
I think Gerald is also trying to give us.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, hello.
Okay, this is Gerald. So I wanted to say a good password should contain at least 8 numbers, 8 letters, 4 numbers, and a lower and a higher case character as well.
Wow, that must be a very strong password, and I hope I'll be able to remember that.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, you're welcome. So that must be a very strong one. Okay, let me just in the interest of time, right? Let's do this quick exercise, right?
I think we have two other people trying to make contributions. Do we allow them?
All right. Okay, yeah, please go ahead. Go ahead, please.
Abraham Musa and Umar Usman.
Hello, good afternoon from over here. Yeah, I'd wanted to say some passwords contain special characters like hashtag, question mark, or combination of all. It will strengthen the password. I don't know how many years or how many days it will take to solve it anyway. Thank you.
Yeah. Do you know that if you have 7 characters password, whatever it contains, right? Any combination, if you like, make it all special characters, it could be cracked within 1 minute. Just so you know, right? So, yeah. But next person, before I
Hello,
all right. Good evening, everyone. So in my own case, I'm looking at maybe a password that is up to 7 characters, and then maybe you can make it in form of like a phrase so that you remember the password. Let us say the sun set at 7 p.m. But then now you rearrange it in such a way that you have capital letters, you have capital letter in uppercase, lowercase, then like a kind of special character, and then number, like the 7 p.m. we put, like there's a number there. So I think that will be a very strong password that you can remember. If you can use a passphrase that you can always remember, then that will be a good one. And at the same time, you can be changing your password maybe every 6 months, depending on the kind of password you use. Like if you have like the 10-character password, like every 6 months, you can decide to change it. Or every 3 months, you can decide to change it. Once you use a passphrase, you should be able to remember it. So that's just the suggestion from my own end.
Yeah, sorry, who just spoke now, please?
It's Usman.
Usman. Wow,
Usman
nice.
Umar.
This Umar, okay. Perfect. Honestly, that was going to be, in fact, it's going to take about 1 billion years to crack that password.
Thank you so much.
Right. So that's part of the next exercise. You've kind of given an expo, right, to what, yeah, just to take you a bit back, right? I talked about the link, right? So this link tells us, it says, password strength test and strong password generator tool. However, if I put my cursor on it, it tells me where it's taking me to without clicking on it, right? So this is how you check a link. Make sure you check it before you click on it. Please don't click on every link you see in your email. Check it. This is actually taking me to comparitech.com. And I think comparitech.com is actually the website I know I want to go to. So I'm happy to click on it, right? So there is a tool. I think, let me share this if I can. I'll try and share this in the chat so everyone has access to it. How do I have before you?
Sorry, can you repeat your question again?
I say, how long do I have before you start can know to if I need to accelerate? Because I think I've still got about 10 minutes more to go, if that's fine.
So I think we can take another 20 to 25 minutes.
Oh, great. Okay. Yes. I've got that. I've pasted the link in the chat. Please, Umar, I want to see how long it's going to take to break this sunset at 7 p.m. Right? Let me share. Am I still sharing?
Yes.
Oh, you can see
yeah,
my
I
password.
can see your screen. Yeah, I can see the screen.
Okay, so let's see how long. So that should take you. This is, please don't put in your real password, right? I'm just giving, this is, I wouldn't put in my real password here, but I use this for illustration purpose, right? So I can use this to generate a password, but you can put in your real password if you want to, but I wouldn't. So let me say I'll use this thing as the sun sets at 7 p.m. It's going to take, if I write it like this, substituting letters, the E's and S for 3 and 5, right? This is very easy. It's an easy password to remember, but it will take a computer, not even a human being, it will take a computer 860 million years to crack it. Right? So, and I'll tell you the easiest way, what I do, I look for 3 random words, right? I look for 3 random words and put them together. And an example of that is Just please shout out a random word, anything. Egg. Yep, egg. What else?
Career.
Calories.
That's how do you spell calories?
Okay, Benz.
Okay, so let's say Benz, yeah, like Benz. Right? Benz and bread. So this 8 seconds. Wow. And what else? Computer.
Key. Let's say key.
Oh, so I'm putting computer here. Right? So you can see the difference between 2 phrases and 3 phrases. So even when we had these 2 phrases here, right, it takes 8 seconds. And this is just to tell, even if you're using special characters, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is 7, it takes 7 seconds to crack this, but just adding computer to it. And this is just egg, Benz, and computer. And who will remember that? Egg, Benz, and computer. It could just be beans and what's that this thing that we take? Watery beans, right? It could just be watery beans you put there, and you have a good password. Now, whoever it is that's gonna crack this, or you could decide to say generate a password and use a password generator. I want 12 lengths, minimum 1, wherever it is, I generate 1, and it gives me that. So, and this would take, if we check this is going to take probably 1 billion years, wherever it is. So let's see. Oh, 2 million years to crack. That's for a computer with the whole computing power to crack it. Okay, so let's just move on with the. Are you still seeing the screen? This will just make life easier for me.
Yes.
I still see my screen. Oh,
yeah,
perfect.
sure. Yeah, sure. We can see the screen.
Yeah. So, someone mentioned that no personal information like name. Yep. So you got that right. Your password needs to be long. The longer your password, even if you don't put special characters, right? Even if you just use the sunset at 7 p.m. without changing any special character or anything, it's still harder to crack than a 7-digit password with the whole special characters in place. And make sure you don't reuse your passwords, right? Because if your character is hacked once, it's definitely kept somewhere and it will definitely be reused or checked again. However, as you can see, just about 11 billion accounts were stolen from hacked sites and apps. So even if you have a strong password and you've used it on your Instagram, right? So there is a possibility that your strong password could be hacked as well. So which means someone has that information, but once, for example, I'll give you an example. I did work with at Equifax. I don't know. I think a lot of us know Equifax. They are an insurance credit reference agency. So in 2017, they were exposed to a cyber attack. Then I was working with HSBC, and well, I got a fantastic offer to come and join them. So I joined them, and it was just to remediate from the cyber attack that they had. And what happened, their issue was they had some legacy systems in the background that were not patched. So patching means we just have, all of us, we have Windows computers and all that whereby you download updates every time, yep, to make sure your Windows computer is up to date, or your Mac and all that. So now we have some legacy systems that they don't really have new patches that they could use. However, in this case, Equifax had the patches, but they didn't apply it because they felt, oh, these are systems, they work, they're fine. However, the threat actors, the attackers already had they've broken in and they already had access to Equifax data. I think that was around February, and it took them about 4 months before Equifax found out that they had threat actors within their network. So what happened? Equifax, they had to let the regulators know, because this time a lot of people have, well, they've stolen what they will steal, and they already requested money and all that. And they've stolen users' accounts details. The mostly affected users were in the US. Luckily, the UK customers, because we're kind of ring fenced, the UK customers were safe. Very few of them, and those that were affected were the people that have linking address in the US. So people that lived in the UK that had linking address in the US. So very few people, but more of our US customers were affected. So they had to get the regulators to know. They were fined. I think they lost about 1.4 billion. I don't have the figures off my head, but the fines were really crazy. Reputational damage, a lot of things happened and all that. Now, those are some of the risk, some of the things that happen. But the reason why I brought that into this context is because some accounts and passwords, imagine a credit reference agency, these are the people you give all your data to, right? These are the people you won't lie to, because you want to have a good credit. So you tell them your social security number, your national insurance number, you give them your name, your address, everything, your history, and when you're logging in, you try to use your most secure password to log in, because you don't want anyone to, to hack and all that. Now, these guys had everything. So what will you do in that case if you're one of the people affected? So some of the communications that we did send out was straight to customers, and it was to all our customers, including the UK customers, to change their passwords to strong passwords, right? So there was some kind of awareness communications, your password, change it. So even if your password is strong, change it again, because the bad boys have your password now. Now, what they will do is that they will spread that password across all your accounts. So you use it for Instagram, most likely we use the same password for Instagram, WhatsApp, Snapchat, TikTok, and all that, right? So if I spray your password across, in most cases, there is a high chance, 50 or 60% chance that I'm going to, break into multiple accounts. So this could affect a lot of people. So that was what they did. We made sure awareness was out. We updated all their systems, their identity and access management controls, their security policies was updated as well, and we make sure things were in place anyway. And we got we got through that successfully. It was a successful project. Now, another place you can check if your account has been leaked, or if your email, if you don't know if your email has ever been a breach and you want to be able to change your password, there's this website called Have I Been Pawned? As much as I would have loved to rush, but let me I'll need to do this. Apologies to everyone. I know we're running out of time now. So Have I Been Pawned is my screen still? It doesn't show me that I'm sharing, actually. Still sharing?
No, not your screen, you.
Okay, not my screen. Yep. Okay, hold on one second. Let me use the opportunity to paste this here. All right, so this screen, if you put your email in there, let me share my screen again. If I share the screen. Right, so if I tell you my oldest email, if I type this in, I'll use my email. This email, I got it in either 1998. I'm sure people will be wondering why. A lot of us got our emails very early. Right, so this email, 1998, and if I search it, this email has been involved in so many 16 data breaches, right? And they've been selling this email across. It's still my #1 email, but I've changed the password so many times. It's been anti-public combo list, city day, collections, Dropbox. So Dropbox was hacked in 2012, right? And my email was there. So what I did was, imagine in 2012, they got hacked. They didn't do anything until 2016 when they forced their customers. So you might have had a lot of things in Dropbox and somebody has access to it, right? Exploit IM. So in my case, right, I always use my email as Kickstarter. I was interested in some project on Kickstarter. They got hacked. MySpace, I think, got hacked as well. Twitter, 200 million got hacked in early 2023. You see now, I didn't even know about this. So Twitter appeared in popular hacking forum. So this is new. So I need to change. So it's good I checked this now. So I'm not aware of this and I've not changed my Twitter password. So if you check here, you will see most of the organizations that have been recently breached and where your email has been exposed. So, but in this case, my password was not exposed, which is good. So it's just my email address, social media profile, and usernames. So, well, I don't even need to change. I don't need to change it. That's fine. But here, password. Yeah, here, password. So you can see. So that's the thing with have I been pawned. All right. So I will just continue. So has anyone checked? Anyone got to check and saw any breach on theirs? Okay, I'll just go ahead. So this is why you should use multi-factor authentication. So after everything we've talked about, make sure you use your phone, what you have, your token, right? Use your phone, have your multi-factor authentication. You can either use your Google Authenticator or Microsoft Authenticator, download it, or if you don't want to go in that, if you don't want to do that, you can always just use SMS. They send you a 6-digit code whenever you want to log into your WhatsApp or any account. Make sure you enable multi-factor authentication. So another one here is so most common one, okay, which is what I was talking about here, multi-factor authentication. So another thing here you need to avoid is using public Wi-Fi. Whenever you go out, just try. If you can use your mobile data, use your mobile data. That's what I try to use. I never use public Wi-Fi because I, in particular, can sniff you if you're using a public Wi-Fi. It's one of the easiest hacks, right? I can sniff you. I can see. I can drop in an evil twin. We call it an evil twin, which means I'll drop. If I go to a Costa Cafe or anything, I could just be there pretending I'm using my laptop and drinking. I'll have my hotspot, and I'll name that hotspot Costa 1, right? And when you come in there, I'll make it free. And when you log into that hotspot, I can see everything you can do. Imagine you bring in your work laptop into a cafe to work. So what you always do is whenever you get into anywhere and you really want to use their Wi-Fi, make sure you ask them for their official name. So please, what's your Wi-Fi name? Don't go and just click on anything. Another way is make sure you enable VPN. I think the advent of the ban of Twitter in Nigeria brought the popularity of the virtual private network, so which is very good. It just puts you in a bubble, in a very safe bubble when you're browsing, so people are not able to break in. So it just enables you. Make sure you enable your firewall as well. So another bit is ransomware. So this ransomware is just a malware that is being transferred into your computer, either via the phishing, it could be via the public Wi-Fi, it could be a link, it could be via anywhere, as long as you click, or you could just get that. Imagine you're using your work laptop and you saw an email, you click on that link, and you have a ransomware go through your computer and affects the whole computer, and the attacker is asking for ransom before he relays or decrypts any file within your network. So this is just talking about how to avoid that. Don't download files from random websites. I used to be guilty of this. I used to download movies in the days from torrents and all that, and softwares. I used to download those things, but now I don't, because I know what I've got on my computer. There is no software or movie that is what I will go and buy. Please, even if someone shares a USB with you to say, this Microsoft Office is free, I have the code, is free, I just downloaded it, please, please, please don't use it, right? Or this Microsoft Windows is free, don't use it. It's been cracked. And the reason why you get it free is because someone knows, someone has altered the codes, right? The firmwares, and they've altered a lot from that everything you do, we have bots on those systems that is capturing everything you're doing. So you'll be wondering why, how come I've been hacked, my account is no. There's someone on your system already, right? So don't use company email or password for personal stuffs, and don't store password in text files or spreadsheet. So make sure, don't try and, because we have scanners, these malwares will scan through your computers and they'll look for spreadsheet, they'll look for passwords, they'll look for everything, they'll capture it and send it to the control center. That's the hacker, they'll send it to the hacker, and the hacker can come back and open everything. So this is just how to use USB safely, avoid. Now, we have what we call in the public space, where you go and you see public cable. If you find a USB on the floor, or even a cable, charging cable on the floor, please don't pick it, don't use it, right? It could contain a malware. If you go to a public place, you plug your phone in to charge your phone, forget it. They could infect your phone with malware, right? Because there's someone that might have just swapped the cables or done something, right? I've been a victim of this. I actually bought something from, I think it was from either wish.com or Alibaba, wherever it is. Got to me, I plugged in the cable, and the cable turned on my cameras and all that. Luckily, well, I was able to get rid of all those things, right? So don't plug USB that is not yours. See a USB that is not yours, if they write confidential information or anything on it, just ignore it, because you take it into your work and plug it in. This is one of the cause of the biggest leak breaches that we've seen. USB, one of the directors or one of the C-level persons picked up a USB from the car park and took it back because they wrote confidential. So he was concerned that, oh, there's confidential information. Took it back, plugged it into his laptop, and they were attacked with ransomware. So encrypt your data on your USB in case you lose it. Make sure you have your data encrypted. So this, I'm just going to summarize this. What is wire fraud? This is something that happens in Nigeria. Someone tricking you to send money to them, either Western Union and all those things. They come through WhatsApp. Remember we had an incident, someone having all the information of all our WhatsApp group users, and that person will go out to each person to say, please send money to me and all that. What do? Make sure you call the person's number, not the number the person has used. Call the person, make sure the person has actually sent this information. Secondly, if you decide you want to send to the person's account number, make sure the account matches the name, right, that you want to send it to. That's if you feel you're kind enough that, oh, I just want to send it. So those are things, like I said, call to verify, make sure you're verify the bank account, and all those things. So I think without me boring everybody at the moment, we'll say, yes, we made it through. Although I know I wasted some time, but thank you very much for listening to my blah, blah, blah. Any questions, please?
Yes, I have a question.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, kindly go ahead.
I have a question. This is Raymond Gadzama, 94 of the 1840. How safe is it? Like, we sometimes have multiple passwords for different accounts, maybe on Google and all that. How safe is it saving those passwords on Google Saver?
Okay, now, are you talking about saving it in using a password manager, Google Password Manager?
Yes,
or just
the Google Password Manager.
Okay. Well, if you asked me this question a year ago, I would say WAR is the best. That's the safest way. But most of these password managers have been hacked recently. Like KeePass, Passfree, all those password managers have been hacked. But doesn't mean they are not safe. They have been hacked, they've taken precautions, and they've made things safer. But doesn't mean they won't be hacked again. So it's easier for you to have some random words in your head, right? That is easy for you to remember, and it's difficult for someone else to hack. There is no need for you to do a complex password that you cannot remember. But I know we do have so many systems, so many that we can't really, you can't keep track of what is what. I'm guilty of that. Yeah. At times I kind of code it. I'll tell you what I do. For example, if I put the sun sets at 7 p.m., right? If I write the first letters of each listing, and I'll just leave it somewhere. I'll put that baby Google. First letters. So that way, it's just a reminder for me. Okay, the sun, yeah, T5 at, you get what I'm saying. It's an easier way. But I don't want to discourage you from using the password managers. Use them. It's still good. But yeah, go ahead.
It's risky. But has Google been hacked before? The Google Password Manager.
I know the KeePass, which are those are the number one password manager, strongest one that we deem to be the strongest one. They've been hacked, and a lot of passwords were. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so they've been hacked. So there's nobody. Recently, Microsoft Azure, they were hacked as well. So there is no one that is about being hacked. The only thing that you can hack is your brain, right? When you have this thing. So even what you put out there should be hints for you to remember.
Okay. Thank you so much for that.
You're welcome. Any other question?
Evening, sir.
Sorry, yeah, go ahead. I'm sure we'll have many more questions. So in order to save time, I would suggest we take maybe 3 or 4 questions at a go, and then our moderator answers them one after the other. So we'll take the questions.
All right.
Questions?
Hello, sir. My name is Oguche Andrew, 94/1852 Yellow Squirrel.
Sorry, I think you're connected on 2 devices.
What options for someone that wants to go into cybersecurity? What options are available, especially in Nigeria?
Good question. Okay, sorry. Should I take this, or do I? Allow me to take this, please. Right? Allow me to take this separately. You see, now cybersecurity is Okay, the question is, what options do you have? Now, you can either attend trainings, one-to-one, go to in-class training, or you just do a self-paced training. I could send you some links if you don't mind. You know, and there are different pathways. Cybersecurity is quite wide, right? I am more of a cybersecurity generalist. So a generalist means I touch on every part of cyber based on risk, governance and compliance, mobile security application, system infrastructure, data, network, advanced threat protection. So I'm more of a generalist. So if you bring me into meetings, I'm able to talk around every part. But I advise people just look at one area that you feel you're interested in and, you know, just move in there. It depends on your background as well, but just start, right? And one thing I'm going to say is the cybersecurity space at the moment, there's currently zero unemployment rate in this space, which means if you are a good cybersecurity, you're guaranteed a job. In fact, there are, and it's deemed that, I think, I don't have the figures in my head, but by 2025, there will be millions of, you know, cybersecurity jobs not filled. So the earlier you start, the better. So you will be in that position to you know, fill in these roles, you know, in the nearest future.
All right, thank you. I appreciate the response. You say you're going to send some links. I appreciate that. Do you accept Mentee?
Okay, personally, yes, I don't mind. But what I do, I run a company called Cycom Integrated Solutions. We are an ISC partner, Microsoft partner, AWS. We are CompTIA partner. We do cloud. We're prominent in the cloud space. We do a lot of security implementations, applying security controls with small, medium, and we're trying to break into the large corporate subspace. And we do trainings as well. So we do cybersecurity trainings for people trying to get into that space, and as well for people already in the space that want to improve. You know, we've got that. So we have a team. So even if I don't personally take you on as a mentee, as a mentor, we probably could have someone who could be within the team to, you know, depending on the area you want to look at. You might want to look at Security Operations Center. You might want to look at GRC, you know, and all that. So depending on where you want to look at, you know, we could just place you with the right person, right? No, sir, I'd agree to. Well done, sir. My chairman. Yeah, any more questions, please?
Gordon, sir. Good day. Shalakwe speaking. Shalakwe Akinde, 01 thank you very much for your presentation, sir. Much appreciated. But just to sort of piggyback from what the last question that was asked. So just a quick background as well. I'm also into cybersecurity. I'm a GRC professional for about 10 years thereabout. So yeah. So I just wanted to ask, do you have plans sort of maybe to build like a cybersecurity community for ExJAM? You know, because in my own personal space, I do a couple of this stuff for Africans, you know, just generally across over 21 countries where I'm sort of mentor and try to support some of them. But just thinking while you were talking, maybe you have something for like cybersecurity for those that want to join and maybe grow from there. And just a personal final question to you, sir. Does your company do SOC 2 audits for organizations?
All right, yep.
If you do, then we can sort of maybe connect after the SOC 2 audits for organizations. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
Sure. You know, thank you very much, Salakbi. And I'm really glad to hear that, you know, you've been in the GRC space for over 10 years. We're very strong within the GRC space as well. We've got We've actually got a very strong team, within that space. And it will be good to connect with you. Personally, I don't know where you're based. Are you based in Nigeria or you based?
Yeah, I'm based in Lagos, Nigeria. Yeah, but I do stuff around Africa generally. Yeah.
Oh, good. So it will be good to connect. There are piece of work that we're looking to pick up as well in Nigeria soon. So it will be a good one. We've got a team as well in Nigeria. So we do SOC 2 audit. We do full penetration testing as well for organizations. So we've got a set of purple team guys, red and blue team guys within the team. And we've got certified information security auditors, and CSAM qualified people within the team as well. So yes, it will be good to connect, to be a good one, please. Just, I'll drop my number
thank you. All right. Thank you, sir. We'll take it out of here. So sort of got something to do like ASAP. Thank you.
No problem. Thanks.
Okay, do we have more questions?
Yes.
Yes.
Hello, my name is Walter. My name is Walter. I don't know if you can hear me. It's 5/711. And when it comes to managing passwords, what's the value of using the traditional systems? That's like, for example, where you can actually get a diary and write some of these things down. Has there been any, is there any proof to show that when you combine, because everybody seems to want to save their passwords and everything still on the same cyberspace? What happens if you try to, manage some of these things using offline methods? How effective is combining offline methods in securing some of your cyber things? Has it been proven that by combining offline methods, online methods?
Yeah, good question. Good question, because they said at times too much security, when you want to get so much certificated doing everything online, you tend to kind of shoot yourself, because what it might end up being is you're trying to do everything online, then you're exposing it to some sophisticated actors as well. But if you take it offline, that's pulling the cable off, you think you're safer. Now, this is what happens. Within my organization, right, we do some audit check, and this is where we get some people to go around and we check your desk, and it's just to be sure that you've not written down any username and password on either a post-it note or you've left your diary with some confidential information right on your desk. If you've done that, what we normally do is, we send you for some awareness training. It's a way to kind of punish you and waste your time. We start teaching you things that you already know, but it's compulsory, you have to do them, right? So now that method is just, I'm just giving a quick scenario whereby it kind of doesn't work. If you're very good with keeping your diary safe, right, and probably when you get robbed, somebody doesn't find all that information, then that's fine, right? If you want to do, if you want to keep some, maybe for example, write a bit somewhere and the remaining is online, whereby if you don't have the combination of both, that's a smart one. But honestly, I feel the safest password, safest way to keep your password is simple password, and just make it a phrase, like what we talked about, things you can remember. Just look for three things, three words you can remember, and use them, and possibly change the zeros, the O's to zeros, the E's to threes, the A's to fours, the I's to one, right? I think that really works. It's worked for me. Right.
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
So how about instances where, I like the idea of the simple password, But how about instances where you as an individual manage multiple systems that require passwords? You know, it's as advised, you shouldn't use the same password across more than one or two. So assuming you manage servers and the 3, 4, 5, or 7 of them that take care of maybe very important things, how do you deal with that aside using those online methods or the manual way? What would you recommend?
Sorry, who asked that question? Is that Michael?
Michael Musa, yes.
Yeah, are you currently doing this? You sound like you're currently doing this in your job. Are you?
Yes, so I currently run a startup and we're building applications, and we have to should I say we need to secure multiple applications at the same time. So and it's a current situation that I'm faced with.
All right. Okay. You know, that's a very good question, and I've been in that position, but I couldn't avoid using the password manager because that was the easiest. I could just copy passwords. I was in the position whereby I had about 23 applications, right? I was looking after about 23 applications within an organization, and I was the admin. I was a cyber guy, and I was the admin for those applications, which means for anything that has to be done on Sandbox and all that, so I had to create accounts and all that. So for each of those applications, you know, at times I could even be presenting to the board or anything like that, and I need to quickly log into one of those applications. The good thing about the password managers is that it shows the hash value of that application, so it's not really showing the plain text. So you copy that and place and just paste it in the password space, and you know, you log in. So I will advise for you in that case, please don't try to remember all the passwords. Otherwise, you just use your password manager. I think that's what's going to work for you. That's what worked for me, right? Because otherwise, the only other way is for you to start writing hints for each account, for each application. All right. I can see Oga Atoba. Well done, sir. I can see he's put his hand up as well.
So can I talk now?
Yes, sir. Sorry. I don't want to plant.
No. In fact, because I joined late, I wasn't sure if Abuja just brought in an expert, you know, to talk about cyber, or if he's an ExJAM. From this your last sentence, I now know you're an ExJAM, which makes it perfect. So what set? Sorry. 82 set, by the way. I should introduce myself first.
No, you don't need any introduction, sir.
This is amazing. You know, this just gladdens my heart. We in North America just had a reunion yesterday that ended. It actually is still on. The last day, everybody's supposed to depart. But then I saw this, and then I signed on, and you know, basically, this is just super amazing. Thank you for Abuja for putting this together. And thank you to you also, you know, for coming on and doing this. However, here is a proposal to everyone on how we can actually create a whole lot of value, right? And, you know, I'm just dropping it there. It's an idea. Everybody knows I always have all these funny ideas. Anyway, I'm supposed to be acting as Chief Technology Officer for ExJAM, right? I don't know if you ever saw that email text that went out. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is this, that within our organization, when I say organization, I'm talking of ExJAM globally, right? We actually should have a technology office. And what I mean by that is, you know, bringing all this skill set under one umbrella for the main purpose actually of building out our own platform, you know, where ExJAM can connect, where people who are looking for training can find training, where people who are looking for mentors can connect. Now, I'm in charge of, you know, that whole office right now, and, you know, as far as I know. However, I don't have all the time in the world, the same way you probably don't. But here's the value proposition. The fact that we can actually create that technology group and have people be in there, and so that everybody gets to do very little of their specialty. And, you know, what now happens is that it aggregates into something major. So, for example, my own present job is I teach, I'm a tech instructor in AWS. So as I'm talking to you, I'm also planning to teach machine learning on Tuesday, right? So I'm studying at the same time which I'm listening to this. So this is my vision, that many people will join, some with expertise in different areas, some wanting to learn. Those wanting to learn can serve as interns, so that within this organization, the experience you get will translate into you going out into the industry and being able to quote your experience there and actually be able to prove that, you can do the job. So that's the thought process. Sorry, it's not a question. I'm sorry, it's a little long, but I just thought this would be a good place to mention it so that maybe one starts to get buy-in and then we can talk of action items to act on. That's all I got.
Wow, thank you, sir. This is a great one. And please, I wouldn't mind. You can pull me in anytime. I'll be glad to contribute my small cover.
Gladly.
So maybe if we assign someone to.
So since Abuja is the one hosting this, let's say it started from Abuja. So Abuja should basically get both our details, and then we can create that group, maybe a WhatsApp group, and then just invite people, not people, I mean ExJAM, right? Just come in if you're interested, and then we'll take it from there.
Oga and ExJAM as well. Oh. We have a lot of ExJAM in that space as well.
Oh, let me tell you one joke within 82 sets. They telling me that how is it that more ExJAM know me than the person who married an ExJAM in our group? So yes, ExJAM is always welcome with me.
All right, so I think thank you very much. We'll take it up and get that rolling. It's an excellent idea, and I think it's something we should.
Awesome.
Do.
Okay, so I think there are a few more questions in the chat.
All right, so you can go ahead. So. Okay, yes. Yeah, if you can take the questions in the chat, David.
All right.
Okay. No, go ahead, please. Sorry.
All right, so I said there was a question from I think it's an ex-judge, Jamila Aka, 92 set. She says, what of the use of face IDs? Is it any safer?
Yeah. Oh yes. Okay. Good question. Yes. Face ID is who you are, right? I said there are three. It's either what you've got, who you are, and what you know. Right. So if you're using both, if you're using two of those, that's fine. So Face ID, that's what I use for most of especially my phone. It's very secure. And I think, yeah, it is very secure. I don't know how to, at least it's a combination of, unless if you're using, maybe if you're going into a physical space where maybe trying to go into your organization, and there's that requirement for you to scan your face before, you go in. That's at least all those things that they are biometric authentication. So it's using your facial structure and all that to log you in. So yeah, it is secure. Any other question? Let me see. I'll just scroll through. Please, apologies if I haven't replied anyone directly.
And so while you're going through the questions, there's a general request to share the slides. I think we could get that and share with the group after the session. Am I correct?
Oh, sure. I'll be glad to share it.
Yeah.
I'll share it. Shall I? I'll drop it. I'll drop it with you, right? And or do you want me to drop it in the? Let me see if I can do it now.
Yes, you could drop it here, but at the same time, we could we'll distribute that after the session.
Oh yeah, I think I'll just send it to you right directly.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome. Any more questions? If there's anything, please feel free to reach out. I've dropped some website information on. Please, I need slides. Can I share? Okay. So these in questions. Okay, I can't really see. Okay, great. Please note details. Okay, I can't see any other questions. Yeah, so but I think a lot I'm really glad to be honest to see. Yes, I'm based in the UK, Mary. I'm based in the UK and always falling into Nigeria as well. Yeah. So gladdens my heart to see that we are putting this together, and it's something that we can, from time to time. I've tried to make it very, very, simple, something that could carry everyone along. We could make it technical as well, but I don't think technical will pay. Technical will be a lot better more when we come into class or when we discuss. Feel free to reach out if you need to, especially trying to navigate a pathway through to cybersecurity. It's usually one issue a lot of people have. Feel free to reach out. I might not give you the magic bullet, but at least I'll be able to discuss things with you. Right.
Augusta, please, if you don't mind, this is Sholape speaking. You want to drop your email address, so just shoot you an email concerning the SOC 2 audits, please.
All right, sure.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oops, sorry, I think.
So I guess you've wrapped up the slides, sir.
Yeah.
Or do you still have anything there?
No, I've finished. It's just questions that are coming in, and I think I can't see any. Yep. So I can't see anything else. Yeah.
I think somebody, anyway, someone asked a question. I think it's Mubarak. He said he's trying to find out if ATM pin is still secure or is secure.
Sorry, what? If was secure?
Your ATM pin, that's the 4-digit pin that we input on the ATM.
Well, it is. Yeah, go ahead.
So I think you miss. It's just a joke. He's asking how many ExJAM still use their service numbers as ATM pins.
Oh, okay. I did read that properly.
And is that secure?
I don't want to put my hands up.
On a lighter note.
I did it for a long time, to be honest, before I changed it. That I did it for a long time.
So I don't know. But I altered the last one of the digits actually, so I don't forget.
Oh, okay. So I think thank you very much, everyone, for the questions, and thank you very much, sir, for the amazing presentation. I think before we wrap up, I would want us to take a joint photograph. David, I don't know if you have if you can access. So, but it will just require everyone putting on their cameras just for just a few seconds, so that we can just have one general group photograph before everybody exits. I don't know if that's fine. If it is, then we can do that.
That's fine.
Yeah. David, are you able to take a photograph for us? That's just a screen grab of the pictures of the whole screen with the full participants.
All right, sir. Let me say I should be able to do that.
Okay.
All right. Oh, I don't have.
So everyone is expected to put on their cameras.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
It will be captured wider if you are using a laptop or desktop.
Yeah,
or
exactly. No, yeah, you can't use your phone.
Raymond Gazama, you've not changed at all. You still look the same.
Hello. I think one of the hosts disabled me. I can't come on. So please.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Let me check. Okay. Yeah. I think your video is on. Are you able to start your video now? Okay. Yeah, it's back. David, how's that going?
All right, so let me take. I think I'll have to take 2 shots. It's divided into 2 slides.
You can prep us up.
Badge.
Yeah, you can prep us up. You can let us know maybe after 3 so that everyone puts up their best smile before taking photographs. So just let us know.
Okay, so I'll do this twice. So I'll catch everyone. I'm only seeing 21 at once. So for the first badge, let's put our smile in 2 counts. 1, 2. Oh, God. Oh, these poses. All right.
For just cheese.
So maybe,
yeah, well, a second one, right? I think we need 2.
Sorry, so give me a moment. I need to check. Oh, so I can't capture screen. Sorry, please. Could you just take it? I can't seem to be able to take it.
I'm on my phone. Oh, okay, no problem. Yes. So no, we'll just do the moment. We'll take this. We'll take it from the recording. No problem. Right. So we can still go ahead and have that. So for the second screen, just mention, we'll take it. We'll take the screen grab from the video recording.
Mike, you have a laptop there. You could just snap with your phone from the laptop.
No, it won't be. It won't be clean. It won't be clean. Don't worry. So we can just do the action. We know the moment. So when we get to that point, we'll just cut it out and share.
Okay.
Yeah. So David, over to you once again. Or so let me see.
All right, sir. Okay, let me take it in 3. 1, 2, 3.
Mike Musa, I in all the pictures.
So this your,
I don't know.
What is your laughter, though? All right, I'm taking the pictures, please, everybody.
Okay, nice.
All right, thank you.
All right, so David, over to you to wrap up.
Oh, try smile. Some people are boning as if they've seen Provost Marshal.
Sorry.
All right, everyone, for making up, and thank you very much, sir, for this excellent presentation. We plan to have more of this. It's actually a series, so we'll share information about the next one as at when due. But I think it's still going to follow the same process. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And have a wonderful evening.
And thank you. Thank you for bringing me on as well.
Thank you, Augustus. Thank you, Sas.
Thank you for your
very much.
From Calabar. From Calabar.
Wow. Nice. Thank you for making time.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Sas.
Thank you.
Feelings to all my others.
Who is the person from? Where's the person from Canada? Is he in our North American ExJAM group?
No, they said Calabar, sir.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Canada. Because I looked the face, I'm like, I've not seen this face around. All right, okay, sorry.
Thank you for joining, sir. Thank you.
Sorry.
Oh, thank
you.
Thank you sir.
Yeah.
Sorry, sir. I don't know if I could request for your email so we can follow up. This is David. I'm asking
Okay.
for that chapter. Yes, sir.
All right. So, you let's see. Who do I have in Abuja chapter? Who? I think somebody in Abuja is in touch with me.
Okay.
Do you have? Look at my. I can see my ADC there, Gerald. Do you have Gerald?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
You have Gerald's details. Then Gerald
yes, I do.
me. Then
all right,
collect
sir.
it from Gerald.
All right, sir.
Yeah.
All right, sir.
Then, so
you,
let's use that to form that group. Then people can join, and then just then we can figure out who has which skills. Whether you are intern. So if you are intern, it means we could send you message, but then you get experience. And if you have some skill sets, basically, put you in charge of some department. So for example, cyber security, there'll be cloud, there'll be all those things. And then you actually be doing things that people can see. So we need to build a site. We need for the site to allow people, connect and things like that. All those things we need to build. But as we build it, it's value, right? Then also in future, we can introduce points. What I mean by points is if you offer your service, if you offer your service to somebody for free, like you volunteer, you should be able to get points and earn points. Let it accumulate against your name, just like people get followers. But the points are valuable because when I'm looking for somebody that I want to hire to do something, if somebody has been volunteering to do that thing a lot, that's the person that I will pick that, hey, I have this thing that I want to pay for. It looks like you do it already for free. How about, I pay you? You get what I mean? So those are the kind of things we can build in and have a platform for that. Then, of course, when you move somewhere or you go somewhere, you can look inside that same place and say, where's the nearest ExJAM Connect that I have here? Those are how those things can work. Of course, if you are bad behavior too, somebody can write there that this person make you avoid them. Now, it don't adopt 419 as a way of life. Yeah. Because some people think that, oh, ExJAM maker, they're always in every family, you must have black sheep. So you have the ones that think that the rest of us are stupid, right? So make I find as I go quickly collect money from them. But it go there, say, beware of this ExJAM. Now, ExJAM true, but it get as in life don't turn, right? So so all those kind of things.
That's gone rogue.
Yeah. It's already not difficult to find out. Anybody here will reach me now. If you tell me your set, I can talk to two people. We go tell me, say, Oga, make you run, no, or Oga na better person. You understand?
Yes,
so, all right, that's all I got.
All right, sir.
Nice talk. Nice seeing everybody.
Same here, sir.
Nice seeing you, sir.
I see you.
I see you too. I see you too.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Wow.
All right, I think the meeting is over now. Thank you, everybody, once again.
Ogabali, office.
No, office or live.
Yeah.
I'm in the office or live. We'll go talk later.
All right, thank you very much, Saz, for making time. It's a recorded meeting, so we'll be ending any moment.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think we can stop the meeting.
I think we can stop the meeting.